Now that we have understood the fundamental of EI, let's proceed to the second section of function points, that is EO fundamentals. This is again one of the five elements of important elements of function points. Basically, EOs are functions which manipulates data and presents to the user. So for example, that let's say that if you take a case of a balance sheet report, so what happens is user says, okay, show me the balance sheet for this year. Now the application will go to the ILFs. It will go probably to the transaction tables, take some from the master tables, from the accounts table, chart of accounts table, manipulate the data, do aggregation, and then send out a complex report to the user. So then that complex report will be termed as EO. So we again revise the definition. EOs are functions which manipulates data and presents to the user. Now when we say manipulation of data, we mean by deriving and calculating information. So for example, when you are displaying a balance sheet information, probably you will be showing aggregated totals of the year, the debits and credits at one side, and the debit total at one side, credit total at one side, then displaying the total of the debits and credit, and see that if the balance sheet is matching. In short, there's a lot of manipulation happening in that report. So when we say manipulation, it means by derived and calculated information. So one of the thumb rule you can say is that if you have a very complex report which takes data from 2 or 3 ILFs, then it is termed as EOs. So some of the real life examples of EOs are balance sheet, customer monthly statements, complex graphical charts, pie charts. Now if the same EO data is produced in 2 different media outputs, it should be counted as 2 EOs, in the sense that let's say that you have coded application which basically shows a complex report in a web, and then you have also assured that these reports can also be viewed on the mobile. So basically you have 2 different medias which will be viewing this report. So you need to count as 2 EOs, because definitely when you do the coding or the execution, you will be taking into account that how it will be displayed on the mobile and how it will be displayed on the web. Graphical output data of like pie chart, bar charts should be counted as EOs. Now if you have report generator, if your application inside has a report generator, then it should be counted as a EO, and you should count 1 EI should be counted for each report command like search, sort, merge, generated by report generator. So in the sense that if you have a report which basically uses the report generator, then you need to count 1 EI for it. So in the sense, first thing, if you have a report generator, you count it as EO. Any reports generated by using that report generator should be counted as a EI. Now we'll also go through that what are not EOs. If there is ad hoc reporting, for example, let's say that you have made a simple query window which a end user can fire and get data, then that is not a EO. So any ad hoc reporting where end user can fire SQL and generate report is not a EO. 2 reports showing different data with the same processing logic should be counted as 1 EO. For example, you can see that let's say that we have one report, a complex report, okay, which shows some kind of report which is in a unordered fashion. Okay, now we have a different link, and when we click on that link, it shows a ascending order report for the same data. So you have same data, okay, you are showing the same the same data, but with some different kind of processing logic, then it should be counted as 1 EO. So 2 reports showing different data, but it's the same processing logic, should be counted as a EO. The complexity of a EO basically depends again on FTRs and DETs, which we have seen for EI. So when we count DETs from the EO perspective, there are some important aspects which we need to take care. The common things of DET, like their file fields and attributes, they are unique and user recognizable, is same as the EI, but we need to count 1 DET for each parameter in the report. So in the sense, if you have a report which has, let's say, which takes in a customer code and a customer name, and then when you click on search, it shows a report, the customer code and the customer name should be counted as 1 DET each, that is 2 DETs. You need to count for each numerical value in the graphical output as a DET. So for example, if you have a graph showing, and in the graph you are showing some kind of percentage, or you're showing some kind of value, then you need to count that as a DET. You need to count all the totaling and the summary functions in EO as a DET. Means, for example, if you have a report which shows the total sales, which shows first the sales of per customer, and then finally there is a running total, then you need to count that total as one DET. So the complexity table of EO is as follows, again same as the EI. It depends again on FTR and DETs. What I've done is that for the same report, I have basically again made it simple complex in the below table, so that it becomes easy to understand.